G'day, welcome to the show. Soul Covers here. We return after a horrible night. We went 1-4-1 last night. We had 6 bets, all 6 of them were placed and had closing line value by the time these games tipped. All 6 of them. We felt very good about the Orlando Magic playing the Warriors. They were up by 12 at halftime. We took the Magic +6. That line closed at +4. So great ticket to have there. We get the push. We also have the money line at $2.75. That money line closed around $2.40. We had the over in that game. That was our only ticket that cashed. That game went well over, closed at 2.14. Love to see that, but we also lost Bucks Nuggets over 238.5. That game closed at 241. God, that Minnesota Lakers game, sheesh. Played that at over 223.5. That game closed at 228. As soon as we heard Ant was playing, Minnesota +6.5. Then he gets ejected. So yeah, look, just a rough night. Great closing line value on every single one of those bets. And we go 1-4. Let's get into the slate. Enough looking back. Let's look forward. First game is the Nuggets in Detroit. Nuggets coming off they just played the Bucks last night. Lost by, how much did they lose by?
One pair of pants later.
9 to the Bucks. Game went under. Now playing back-to-back in Detroit. Hottest team in the league right now. Maybe outside of the Cavs. This line opened at Nuggets -1.5. Now we see it at +2 for the Nuggets. So clearly some Pistons movement here. I agree with that. Pistons deserve every bit of respect the market's giving them. We have Pistons 5th best team against the spread. Nuggets 13th. Projected line favors the Nuggets here at half a point. Look, this is a tough game to call. Like, it's... You think this could be a Pistons letdown spot? Like, they're coming off a big win against Boston, like really showing the rest of the East, rest of the NBA that they're a team that you need to look out for, a team that you need to watch. Yeah, look. For me, if the Nuggets weren't on a back-to-back, I'd say yes, take the Nuggets, but here they are in a bit of a rough scheduling spot. Nothing from me on the spread. We have the total open at 236.5, now 237. Projected total 237.5 as well. Nothing from me there. We got 11 games or 10 games on this slate. We got to make sure we get through them, get you in, get you out. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Do enjoy all the support that we've been getting, so hats off to you guys. Let's move on to the next game. Next game is, what have we got next? We have the Thunder and the Hawks. Thunder coming off a bit of a strange game against the Nets where they were down by 10 or so in the third quarter. Came back and won, but didn't cover as 17-point favorites. Now they are 12-point favorites in Atlanta. 12.5 now. Projected line at 14.9. So certainly a bit of an edge towards the Thunder. It is a lot of points to lay on the road, but they do deserve it. Third best team against the spread this year. Look, I'm not going to touch the spread. Don't really like the Hawks. Like, they can show up and be sneaky competitive, especially as such a long home dog. Not going to go there with the spread. Total wise, we see open at 242, now at 243. Projected total at 237. So bit of an edge there towards the under. But am I playing an under in a Hawks home game? No, I'm not. I'm going to sit this one out because the market has moved towards the over. Hawks, we have two top 10 pace teams. We have the Hawks, who are 17-10 to the over as home team. As home dogs, they're actually only 7-6 as home dogs. We have the Thunder, who are also an over team. They've been just blasting through the over in these last 3 games as well. Look, not going to be me taking an under in a Hawks game at home. Maybe we'll check back in on this. If we do see it start to move back down, then look out for me to play it. I will occasionally tweet out some bets after I record. Make sure you go follow me on Twitter at SoulCovers. It's on the screen. Nothing from me right now. Just going to keep an eye on this one. There's actually a few lines on this card that I haven't bet, but I'm certainly keeping a close eye on them. Next, Cavs and Celtics. It's going to be a great game to watch. We had this game open at Celtics -3.5. Now it's Celtics -2.5. I don't think that was because of any sharp money. I think this was because Jaylen Brown, Drew Holiday, maybe Luke Cornett. All 3 of those guys got marked as questionable. That's why I think it moved back to 2.5. Projected line is Cavs favored by 0.5 point in Boston. Now, we all know that Celtics after a loss is a spot that you just play. But they're playing the Cavs. Boston 15-1 straight up this season after a loss. 13-3 this season against the spread after a loss. This is the spot that you take the Celtics. Now, for me, this is another one that I'm just keeping my eye on. If I see threes pop up, I'm taking Celtics. For now, it hasn't budged at all. Public seems to be liking this, the Cavs here. So yeah, again, look out for me on Twitter. If I see a 3 pop up, go bet the Celtics. That's what I'll be doing. I'll tweet it out if I do. If you don't hear from me, it means I haven't bet them. Total open at 232.5, now at 233. Projected total 233 as well. Look, I'd say under more than anything here, but not enough for me to play the under here. Let's keep it moving. Very interesting game next. Some interesting line movement as well. So this game opened at Blazers -2.5, then went to Nets -1, which I thought was quite strange. Now back at Blazers -2. We picked up a Blazers money line when it was a pick'em. As we saw it moving back towards the Blazers, we got that down for 2.5 units. Projected line is at Blazers -3.8, so a nice edge against the even money line. Nets bringing back Cam Thomas. That'll be his first game back after what it feels like a very long time without him. Probably, almost certainly his first game in 2025. It's always a good spot to fade a team bringing back a high usage or star player. I mean, Cam Thomas, certainly not a star, but he is a high usage player. I do like this spot for the Blazers. I still like -2 for like a smaller play. They've been playing really well. 6th best team against the spread. Nets are 10th best team against the spread, but that's more a product of them covering these big like 10-point, 12-point spreads. I certainly don't trust them as 2-point dogs. Total wise, very interesting to see this total rise. Well, there is one reason why we've seen it rise from 217 to 220. Cam Thomas, a lot better for Nets are a lot better offensively with him off on the court. They're a lot worse defensively with him off the court. Those on-off splits are important. This is another one where, yeah, we can see the projected total 210. This is another one where we've seen the market move up, but if I see it start to creep down even just a little bit, I will be taking the under. So far, haven't bet it. Again, I'll tweet these spots out, so look out for that. Let's move on. Who have we got next? Ugh. This is going to be a quick one. We have the Raptors. Raptors in Chicago, open at a pick'em. Now Bulls -2. Projections at Bulls -2. Total has moved up a point. Projected total right there with it. Look, the Bulls are one of the hardest teams to power rate, peg. For the most part, it seems like they're trying. It seems like they're at least trying. Definitely not going to be winning many games, but they covered against the Clippers. They beat the Sixers outright. They should be tanking, but they're not. Not touching the Bulls. Not touching the total. Big slate of games. If you're watching that, I feel bad for you. Let's just get this shit off my screen. Let's move on. Next, we have the Grizzlies and the Knicks. This one opened at Grizzlies -2.5. That certainly caught my eye. We managed to catch a Grizzlies -3 ticket. Got that down for 3 units. Projected line at -5.4. Now at 4. Still playable at 4 in my opinion. Grizzlies aren't great at home this season against the spread. They're 18-10 against the spread this season. Knicks 2-6 as underdogs, 2-6 straight up when they are playing top 10 teams in net rating. These two teams played in New York about a month ago. That spread opened at Knicks -4.5. It moved it closed at 3.5, so we saw some sharp movement towards the Grizzlies in that last spot. That's really important. That's something to hold on to. Now, the Knicks won. The Knicks dominated that game. They won by 37 points. We don't care. We're looking at that line movement. We're taking the Grizzlies for 3 units at -3. Still playable at 4, in my opinion. Cat is questionable. I like this with or without Cat. Total-wise, Cat really impacts the total. Open at 245.5, now at 244. If Cat plays, probably an over spot. If Cat doesn't play, probably an under spot. At the moment, nothing, no play, don't touch it. Let's keep it moving. Who do we have next? We have the Pacers and Heat. We've seen a lot of heavy line movement today. This is one of those games. We saw this open at Pacers -2.5. Now at Pacers -4.5. Projected line 3.5. We have the Miami Heat, who are bottom 4 against the spread this season. It's a pretty decent spread for the Pacers now. 4.5. That's asking a lot. Look, I don't have a great feel for this Heat team. They're certainly low. Seem to be a low team in the market. You can get some nice numbers on them. Nothing from me on the spread. Total-wise, open at 225.5. Still there. We have Pacers who are pace up. Heat who are pace down. Pacers are an over team. Heat middle of the pack. Nothing from me here on the total. Let's keep it moving. Who do we have next? We have the Pelicans and the Suns. Very interesting game, yeah. These two teams played yesterday. Pelicans won as 7-point home dogs. 7-point underdogs won outright. This Suns team, worst team in the league against the spread. This last game also went over. We'll get to the over. Projected line 6.5. Now, in this spot where the teams are playing each other one after another, if the home favorite loses that first game, it is generally a really good strategy to just blindly bet the home favorite to cover the next game. I think it's like a 55% win rate if that home favorite loses the first game. They're favored again in the next game. Just blindly bet them. Now, look, I just can't do it with the Suns. I don't know how you can. I'm not touching that team. This ain't it. The Pelicans are playing better now. Zion probably won't play this game. So what we like here is the under in this game. This opened at 237.5, now at 234. We got a 236.5 under for 3 units. Another strong angle in this game is when a home favorite loses and they're playing the same team again. It's another one of those spots where the under is a very good play, hitting it around 55% just blindly. We do like the under in this game, not at 234, wouldn't touch it there, but at 236.5, we do like it. Do like it there. Maybe if we can get 235.5, but we got 236.5. Got that down for 3 units. Who have we got next? We have the Timberwolves in Utah. Another one of those games that's just had some heavy line movement. So, some books actually opened this game at Timberwolves -7. They opened this up before Ant got that second tech, before he got suspended. You could have gotten a Jazz +7 for maybe a few minutes before the books realized that he's not playing while he got that tech. If you did, well, congratulations, that's a great ticket. Now at -3. You can throw out that projected line that accounts for Ant playing. Definitely something to look into moving forward. The market rates Ant at around a 3 to 4 point player. Certainly agree with that. That Timberwolves offense is just atrocious without him. Look, I'm not touching the spread. I'm not touching the total. I'd like to say Timberwolves still, but they're on a back-to-back, playing in altitude. Let's just move on. Let's get this game off my screen. Last game on the card is the Lakers and Clippers. Always love these matchups. Love watching the Lakers and the Clippers play against each other. They always have a good game. Now, this was another one with just heavy line movement. Some books open this as Lakers slight favorites. Then Pinnacle opens this at Clippers -3. Now Clippers -4.5 with LeBron and Luka questionable. I would expect both of them to play. Just a gut feeling, I would expect both of them to play. The Clippers, like historically, they've really beaten down on the Lakers. I know that the Lakers had a big win against the Clippers last time. Yeah. This is a big ESPN game, ESPN Friday night game. Like, I'm pretty confident LeBron and Luka play. So if you like the Lakers, take them now. If you like the Clippers, do not play them now. Wait for the injury news. If LeBron and Luka get ruled out, I'd say this gets to like Clippers -6. If they get ruled in, I'd say it's like Clippers -1 or pick 'em. If LeBron and Luka do get ruled in and this gets to like Clippers -1 or -2, sign me up. Projected line is Lakers -3.7. Another key piece is Norman Powell, questionable. He's been out for like a week now. He's really important for the Clippers. So yeah, like I said, for me, it's not betting this game until, or if LeBron and Luka get ruled in, then that line moves. Clippers -2. Sign me up. I'll play it. Go follow me on Twitter. I'll tweet that out. Aside from that, not touching this game until the injury news. Total open at 221.5. It's gone down to 220. Projected total 218. Look, again, don't touch this game until the injuries are revealed. So let's get the recap. Get this off my screen. Don't want this on my screen. Here we go. This is much better. Clean slate today. It's a new day. We've got 3 bets on the card. We got Portland moneyline at Brooklyn. Brooklyn bringing Cam Thomas back. Always like fading a team, bringing a high usage player back. Portland are now at -2. Where are you, Portland? Portland -2. So honestly, not bad. Like, teams very rarely ever win by just one. I still think Portland -2 is still playable. Next we have Grizzlies -3, now at -4. Again, I'd still play it. Not as large, not for 3 units, but I'd still play it. Lastly, we have the Pelicans and Suns under 234. Wouldn't play that. That's moved too much for my liking. Again, we have 3+ CLV tickets. Does CLV even matter? Let's find out. Until next time, let's get them books salty.